Hi Capricorn, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. This is going to be for the week of June 14th through the 20th. So those 2 dates, actually, the first of the week on the 14th, we have a transit I want to talk about. And then at the end of the week on the 20th, we're going to move into a new season. So we'll talk about that for a second. I'm also this week going to be using the same oracle deck that I did last week because it was so insightful, and we're still in Gemini, the last week of Gemini, so I want to read from the written word for the oracles and from bird messages because Gemini's air sign and we have so much air right now being in Mercury Retrograde and so much in air. So let's pull you one, but first, if you would settle in, relax, and start taking some deep breaths for me. Lower the cortisol, stress, raise serotonin and dopamine, and get you an oracle card, and then I'll lay your 9-card spread and we'll talk, all right? So first, let's just also talk about the 14th, Monday, because Monday is a square between Saturn and Uranus, and Saturn is the grandfather, Uranus is the cocky teenager. And Saturn has a lot to teach that teenager, doesn't he, right? But Uranus has a lot to teach Saturn. It's kind of like, well, here's my old rotary telephone. Well, hey, Grandpa, here's my iPhone. Here's a new way of looking at phones, right? Or from horse and buggy to, you know, the space shuttle. So we have to progress, right? Obviously, we have to. But this is a big transit that's happening 3 times throughout the year of 2021. It happened in February 17th, and then Monday on the 14th, and I have your card, it fell out, June 14th, and then the 3rd time will be in December before Christmas, about the 23rd or 24th, okay? So kind of a square is always a bit of tension between planets where the pressure's kind of on to get the lesson of what these 2 planets are doing. And what are they doing? They're helping us keep what is valuable from the past but move forward into the future, basically, okay? So that's a big thing. On the small level, on the micro level, it could be a clash of personalities. It could just be, I want to do it this way. Well, that's not the way we've always done it. Conversations like that could happen, right? Okay, so again, I'm using the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck like last week. That's by Leslie Morrison and Lisa Hunt artwork. And I'm using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes for the tarot, all right? So Dove, you get the Dove this week. Lovely. Wow. All right. The Dove for you, Capricorn. The Dove. Amazing. Let's see what we got. I am Dove, the piece of alignment. I'm feminine. I'm sensitive to my surroundings. I'm the nourishment of the earth and the gentleness of her instinct. I'm the calm after the storm. I am hope and harvest. I'm the embellishment of harmony and the sacrifice necessary to nurture what has already been created. You are at peace now and brimming with compassion. You are in love with life. I am the enjoyment of family connection. I am the safety of a united community. This is not the time to fly solo, but rather to seek out kindred spirits. I am the gathering of like minds. I am the serenity of kin. I am the group mind and structure. Merge your energies with others and watch what unfolds. There's a great power in collaboration now. There is profound wisdom within the whole. You are engaging life. You are embracing peace. You are aligning with others. You are Dove. I really like that for you. Capricorn, Saturn is the planet that deeply, deeply affects your house, your sign. And in this, I was reading so much about family and community and connection and harmony, kin, collaboration, wisdom, profound wisdom in the whole. That to me is so much all about what Saturn teaches us. It teaches us that we need each other to build community, right? With the dove, I think it's a softening energy with Saturn. And even though I know Uranus is kind of the shock and awe, and that square might be a little uncomfortable, I think you're the peace. I think you're bringing the dove energy maybe this week. So that's what I'm feeling for you right now. But let's lay your 9 cards and see what we get. All right. So yes, can we please do some deep breathing together? If you would settle in. Take some deep breaths. Lower the cortisol. Raise the serotonin and dopamine. Drop your shoulders. Release your tension and relax. I did a lot of shuffling already, and that's it. Yeah, no more. It's like, no more. Okay. Capricorn, for you, for the week of June 14th through the 20th, the last week of Gemini season, we have, and I will show you each card as we go horizontally, vertically, and big picture, okay? Queen of Wands, the Fool, the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 7 of Cups. Okay, so I think you're bringing peace. And I think that if you are needing to be the dove, the peace bringer this week, about family and community and the whole and your kin. That word stood out to me. Yeah, 4 of Swords. Okay, I get it. 4 of Swords is when we take a respite. We go, we lay down, we rest, we relax, we rejuvenate, and we ask for peace of mind. The 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords. You're doing this because you're trying to give yourself some self-love with the Knight of Cups. Or you're doing this because you love somebody else. 2 of Cups. This is what's at the bottom of the deck. So I'll keep that in mind. So I think this is about relationship. I think this is about healing relationship or healing the family dynamic. I'm going to take a quick look here. I definitely see that you've been worried about family members or they've been worried about you, but I have a feeling that it's been you worrying about family members. And it's keeping you up at night, you're not sleeping very well, and you kind of just want to get out of there. In some ways, you wish you could just... I just heard the strangest phrase that I never use. I do not use this phrase. So it's for somebody out there, blow this taco stand? Does that make sense to anybody out there? Please leave me a comment. I would never say that. That's not one of my phrases. Blow this taco stand? I don't even know what that means. I guess it means just get out of here, but I don't know. All right, so that's for somebody. It's funny. Okay. Because you really want to break. 4 of Swords. Like you're disappearing almost. You know, disappearing within yourself because you need a break. Something at the center of this reading is bothering you. And at night you're going over it in your head and going, why this is, oh my gosh, if they could only, if it just was, if I could only, maybe, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's all those thoughts that drive us nuts and, late at night and keep us from being able to sleep and rest. And sometimes even if we can sleep, we have disturbing dreams, okay, sometimes. And right now, Mercury Retrograde during these eclipses, Gemini, all about the mind, It's very likely that you could be having some bad dreams sometimes during this time period, if that's been happening for you. I do see that you've been, or if it's not you, someone has been very sad, very unhappy or upset with the Five of Cups here in the first line. So I'm looking at the Queen of Wands. This is a confident lady who is on top of things and inspired. And I see the Fool, and then I see the Five of Cups. So if this is you right now, Capricorn, you're wanting to come out of this feeling. You need to let go of something, but it's been difficult to let go of. That's the Five of Cups. It's just hard to let go of it because it hurts, because you miss someone, or because you're regretful or remorseful about something, or something that did not go well, that hurt your heart or hurt someone else's heart. Whether it's you or the other person, it's been hard to get over it, okay? But with the Fool, you really want to take the chance to just go to someone. If this is you, Capricorn, perhaps you want to take the risk with the Fool here. Take a leap of faith and take a risk to go and speak to this person. If this is someone else in your life, if this represents someone else in your life, someone who has a nice attitude, is a lovely lady. She's vibrant and vital and energetic and usually has a really great attitude. She's uplifting and motivated and moving almost all the time. So if you've been really kind of depressed or sad, and this is someone in your family, and you want to kind of take the risk to go and talk to this person, do so, because they would make you feel better. If this is you in this reading, and you're the one that's been pretty much feeling pretty good, you know, then somebody else wants to come to you and tell you how they've been feeling. Okay, so put yourself in either category here. This is usually a fire sign. Queen of Wands, doesn't matter whether it's male or female, they're in a receptive mode right now. And you would be able to talk to this person if you've been the one who's been kind of sad or just feeling dejected. You want to get out of it. You absolutely do with the Fool. You want to start over. You want a new chance. Somebody wants to talk to this person who is confident and feeling pretty good right now. But in the next row, I mean, there's an issue here, and I think it's a familial issue or a marital issue, one or the other, I believe. I mean, it could be between two friends, but if it's friends, I think you've been friends for at least 10 years, at least. So a long friendship. All right, so the next row, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you have been progressively, or this other person has been progressively thinking and overthinking this to death. Okay? It's Eight of Swords, can't get out of the stuckness in my head about thinking about it, to the Nine of Swords, not in the day, not at night, can't stop thinking about it, worrying to death about it, about this. Ten of Pentacles. Now this can be a family filled with generations of people. It can be a work environment. It could be the people at work. But usually for me, it's long-term marriage or family. All right? If it's work for you, it's work. Sometimes the people that we work with, they are our family. Oops, put those down backwards. So you're worrying. Or this other person has been worrying. About something or someone, this person, someone that has not been able to pick themselves up. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. And then on the bottom, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, I'm going to, just let me look at this for a second more. I think that this person who's in this Five of Cups, this person is going to have a breakthrough, an emotional breakthrough. And maybe even for the first time in their life, they're going to figure out what all of their feelings have been teaching them, what they've been about in the first place. And the reason I say what they've been about in the first place is because of the Tower. One of the aspects of the Tower card is that it's a false foundation, a foundation built on something that wasn't going to stand the test of time. So it can be a belief, whether it's a belief about oneself, a belief about something else, about life, about love, about family, about anything. And it crashes down so that it can be rebuilt. And I think that's why this Wheel of Fortune is here, to encourage you and to remind you, Capricorn, whatever your part is in this situation, whatever part you play, change is going to happen, and it's good timing for it to happen this week. And this could be, I mean, Saturn, old guard, Uranus, new guard, Tower is Uranus for me. And, you know, the time clock can be for me Saturn. So, you know, I think that it's time, it is time for something to be said or done. Whatever it is, all of these swords have been internal thoughts, and I think that it might end up needing to be externalized. Somebody needs to speak up, but in a peaceful way. Dove, Four of Swords, with peace of mind. So here's what I want to say. This person, whether it's you or the other person, somebody in the family, somebody in the relationship, is worried to death about talking about it. Okay? And that needs to change. They need to be able to talk about it, because they haven't felt like they could. They felt like they were going to sound crazy because they're emotional and they keep it all inside, because maybe, Capricorn, you're not that easy to talk to about emotional stuff. That's not your fault. You're an earth sign and you're always busy and working, and it may be time to, I think it may be time to be the dove. Soft and allowing. Remember, it said the dove was a feminine energy. Allowing and receptive. Peace of mind. Loving for the relationship. You can see that, right? So I think that that's what's being required of you right now, is to be this peace. Because it's been very difficult for this person to say it out loud. And when they come to you, it feels like a risk. They might feel like a fool to cry in front of you, to express themselves in front of you. Okay, so let's go down. The Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower. Because I think this is you. I think you're on top of your game. I think you're working hard. I think you've been making decent money, or at least working at it. You are always working at building this Ten of Pentacles. That's what you do every day of the week, Capricorn. So this may interrupt your flow. It could be shocking for you. It might start as an argument. They may come in and say, look, I need to talk to you. I mean, it could happen, okay? But try to realize how much it took for them, the guts that it took for them to take this leap of faith when they have been worrying about it for a while, worrying to death about whether or not it's time to talk to you about this, okay? And they don't know how to tell you. They feel really, really stuck. They can't let go of something. It's hurtful. It's hard for them. And they don't want to sound over emotional or crazy, or like they don't, you know, like they don't have their stuff together. Well, like you do in comparison. That's what I'm kind of getting, in comparison. you know, they see you as having your stuff together, and maybe they need to come to you for advice. Maybe they just need to come to you to vent. Maybe they need to cry and they need a strong shoulder to cry on. Whatever it is, you can be this, sacred space for them. The Four of Swords. You can be their sacred space and bring peace to them by just listening, letting them come apart a little bit if they need to come apart a little bit. Because it's time. They've been holding it in and it's been masked. You can see the mask. It's been hidden. It's become monstrous. There's too many emotions that have been blocked, I think, for a while here. And they need to talk about it. I'm not sure what the subject is. All I know is they love you very much. They trust you or they wouldn't be coming to you. If it's you that is going to a fire sign because you need to do this, then I do believe that they are going to be there for you and they're going to listen and take the plunge and do it. The dove brings peace to the situation, so have faith in that. Even if it starts out a little shaky, even if the conversation starts on shaky ground, let's just put it that way. It may start on shaky ground, but then comes the dove, okay? All right, Capricorn, I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I hope you liked the video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so you know when I put up the video for next week. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good week. Leave me a comment if you'd like to. I'd love to get to know you. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.